Fighters Only Television, Donald Cerrone here in Liverpool, England at OMAC 13. I'm standing here with Paul Kelly. Paul, thanks very much for joining us.
Move that. Sexy for the camera.
What's this? What?
Spill your dinner down the top.
Sorry, I was just ducking. I know sometimes you shake hands and, you know,
okay.
I was expecting that.
What's happening?
You're supposed to fall for that. I was building up to that. You know what I was on about?
I'm wearing a cup. I'm wearing my cup every interview now, because see that? You lose. Hey.
Should we start that again?
No, I like that.
Go on, we'll just go straight into it. So, you're moving to America next week, which is good because you can stop tormenting me.
Yeah.
When are you going?
You say this. I'm leaving Monday. I booked for 2 months because I don't know. I was going to book a one way. Who knows? I'm just going to. If everything pans out over there, I'm there for good. You know, miss everyone back home, miss the team, miss my family and friends, but needs must.
Why would you want to swap Liverpool in the north of England for the sunshine and beaches and lifestyle of California?
That's it. I mean, it's okay when you're under the UFC banner. You can stay at home and you can train with your team and you can earn a living enough to pay for whatever else. But like the last year, I've literally just sat around and I'm training, but there's no opportunities for me in this country. You've got Bammon, that's a good show, and UC MMA and OMAC, but you know, out there there's millions of these shows. So I've signed with SFL for 4 fights, and they're going to allow me to fight in Pro Elite XC. So between the two, I can fight 6 times this year, which is cool. I like to fight all the time. It keeps me busy. It's easier to get up and run of a morning when you know you've got a fight at the end of the month. And after them 6 fights, we'll see where we are then. Oh,
so you've got fights lined up with Pro Elite as well as SFL?
Well, I don't know that yet. It hasn't been confirmed yet. But I think at the minute, it should be okay. It should be okay because SFL, it's an exclusive contract. Yeah, they're paying us a lot of money and they're doing the big thing. They're doing big things over there. So, you know, maybe not. I might not need to, but if I get the green light, which I'm thinking I might, then yeah, I can stay active between the 2 shows.
So you signed for SFL, which is SuperFight League for those that don't know, and it's a new promotion which is starting up in India. Do you know anything about the MMA scene in India? What to expect?
I think this is the first massive major show, but it's a guy called Raj Kundra, and the Bollywood agents, and they've got plenty of poke behind them. You know, they're not just pissing in the wind. You know, a lot of people say they're going to do these big shows and this, that, and the other, and then after 6 months they fold. You know, these guys, they're having a good go. You've seen who they're signing lately. So I'm co-main eventing with Gabe Ruediger. That's if he doesn't come on his period around that time and pull out again. Please don't, Gabe. I've trained for you 3 times now. And then on that same card is Todd Duffy and Clive Grove. So other than that, they're signing a few big names. They're doing 4 shows. They're doing as many shows as they're doing enough shows to keep us busy. So I'm happy.
You been to India yet?
Never.
Looking forward to it?
I'm shitting myself. Often the worst roads in the world, and shitting through an iron needle. I'm gonna have to cook for myself all week, and I've got a diet and cook for myself anyway. But
I don't know if they sell pot noodles in India. You better take some.
I have pot noodles. I'd end up like you. No, I'll just cook for myself. I'll just buy a little Cali gas cooker and cook for myself, so I don't get food poisoning. But you know, I should be alright with that anyway. Nothing got thrown away in my dad's house. We used to eat mouldy cheese in that house, you know, it's custy.
You know, I was thinking before, you are looking pretty trim. Like usually when we see you between fights, you look ripped, and then your fight's over, and then a week later it's like someone stuck a hose in you and pumped you full of cake. But you're looking pretty lean. After
Cerrone, I weighed 91 kilo by the Monday. How does that work? Do you know what I mean? So I do put a lot of weight on fast, but Colin's kept me lean and in the gym and trim, and I've had a few fights that haven't my visa I turned up at the airport and my visa was cancelled. So I've trained for 3 fights this year, but I haven't had them. So I've still stayed in the gym and I've still stayed lean, and slowly but surely, I mean, I'm 77 kilo now, a month out. That's £14. I usually cut £18 the night before. But if I didn't do that, I was going back up to welterweight because the weight cut's just too much for me. When I fought Jacob Volkman, I cut the last 2.5 pounds in the shower in the back room, and it just you don't feel good. It doesn't feel good. People think yeah, he's big, he cuts weight, but you don't feel good at that weight. I felt as strong as anyone I've ever fought at welterweight.
What's your old thoughts? Because that's an interesting topic right now, the whole weight cutting thing. I think a lot of it kind of comes from the college wrestling thing in America. But, you know, I think BJ Penn said it recently that if you had to fight for your life tomorrow, you probably wouldn't prepare for it by sitting in a sauna for 14 hours, dehydrating yourself.
No, you wouldn't, and here's my thoughts on it. If I was, and it sounds stupid, but if I was standing in a car park and the guy said something, you know, if it was a fight in the car, I wouldn't jump on the scales, mate. You know, I wouldn't care. So for them, and the weight isn't that much. It's a couple of pounds either there. When I was a welterweight, I used to get up and have my breakfast, and I'd see everyone dying, and I used to think, I'm never doing that. And then the UFC asked me to go to lightweight, so I went to lightweight, and I made weight, and I've never not made weight. I'm a constant professional that way. But
what do you feel it was a disadvantage cutting to lightweight?
Look at Mark Scanlon now, he weighs 42 stone. Yeah, he's looking on fighting Bob Sapp soon. Hey. Nothing.
He's calling you fat. He says you're looking fat, you're looking a bit tubby. You're going up to heavyweight.
So I don't know. Yeah, so I've just stayed more lean. I mean, I'm walking around with a six-pack all the time. No, usually.
What Stella is it?
No, an actual foot. Yeah, no, really, lad, a six-pack. I know it's hard to believe.
Got to show the ladies, Paul. Show all the girls at home. Lies.
Them all standing waiting. I've got the whole of Team Cowbond standing behind me, waiting for me to do something stupid so they can skip me.
Take us back. Speaking of cake and weight, to your comment a minute ago about Gabe Ruediger. You don't like Gabe very much, I gather. No. And what's the beef? What's the history?
Lad, I don't talk shit to fighters. I'll always turn up and fight. I've never ducked a fight or dodged a fight, and I'll fight anyone. Gabe ducked me twice with some lame ass excuse about something or another. I think one was his period, and the next one was his bird's sister's uncle had a heart attack. So he had to run in the Aussie or something, I don't know.
They were close then?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And then I got standing the placements. I got one was TJ O'Brien or something. And Joe Silver used to just send me emails. What do you think about this opponent? And I used to say, Joe, just send me the contact because I'm not in it to pick me fights. I'll fight anyone. So it just annoyed me that, you're saying for someone, honour your word and be a man. Turn up on the day and have your fight. So then I said on a comment on an interview, I believe he's come on his period. From that, he went and just waffled loads and loads of poo to anyone that'll listen, any interview and whatever else. So I bit my tongue on it and I never said nothing. And then as I'm standing in the office, Bert, who runs the UFC,
You're standing in the UFC office at a UFC show, right?
Yes, office. And Bert's standing next to me, and I've got all the time in the world for Bert. I think he's a legend, he's a living legend. So Bert's standing there, and he walked in, and I'm a scouser, I can't help myself, do you know what I mean? As he's walked in, I've seen him, and I bit my tongue and went to looked at Bert and thought, do I? And then I just went, you fucking shitbag, blah, 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 I'll smash your face in now. And I seen his ass then. You know what I mean? He just shut up. I said, well, don't chat shit if you're not going to do nothing. Shut up. And then he left the room and went and done loads more interviews about me saying that he wants to punch me face in. Well, time's coming. You got your opportunity.
In India?
What? In India. 7th of April, because I got the date wrong. 7th of April, and it's live on YouTube. So everyone gets it. And you know what? I'm getting nothing but love. No one likes him, not even the Yanks. On Twitter every day, people tweet me, and it's boring people on Twitter because I'm retweeting some of the stuff. But no one likes him. I've never known a person to be unliked more in my life. Yeah, I think he needs to jib it.
So you're looking at it as something of a public service, not just a fight?
Yeah, no, I hate him. I don't like the guy, and I really can't wait to put a hole in the middle of his head. I don't want the referee to stop it in any time soon. I want to hurt him. I want to watch his heart stop beating, and then I'll be satisfied because I've trained hard enough for him.
Hey, Paul Kelly, thanks very much for talking to us. Best of luck in India.
And just on a side note, you know, I'm not just all on hate. I just hate Gabe. Yeah.
Hey, one last question was
Sorry.
the Donald Cerrone thing. You left the UFC under a bit of a cloud, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because everyone was kind of saying you touched gloves and tried to take him out with a cheap shot.
Lad, as if I try and take him out with a cheap shot on my dad's life. Not, you know what I mean? That was a cheap shot, but on my dad's life, as if anyone that's ever watched me fight, anyone that's ever seen me fight, watch the fight with Paul Taylor. We both go out, we touch, and we go to work straight away. The day before, Donald Cerrone come up to me, and you see me at weigh-ins. I don't like people. I don't touch gloves. They're not.
I don't like you anymore. I wish you stopped touching me.
They're not my friend until after the fight. I have no intention of being their friend. I'm there to fight them. They're trying to take my money. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I see it. That's my cash. You're not taking that from me. So I'm standing there, and Donald comes over and nudges me, and I'm looking, and nudges me and went like that, and stuck his hand out, and I shook his hand. I went, well, look here, I'll shake your hand now, but from tomorrow it's on, and we go from the minute one, from the minute the referee says go, we're going. Yeah. So then I'm on the level that, and I actually said to him, there's more than this than just winning. I don't want to just win fights like Jacob Volkman. I keep using him because he's good at what he does, and he'll hold you down, pin you down, and keep you down. I don't want to win fights like that. I'd sooner lose. I want to be an exciting fighter. I want kids to watch fights when they're older. He wasn't the most technical fighter in the world, but it was always a good scrap. Do you know what I mean? So after that with Donald, so I shook his hand, and then from the next day, so he's standing over the other side, and he went like that, and I said yeah, and then it did, and then as I come out, I've just touched and hit him. You know, it weren't like I'm touching and trying to steal it on him. I've just touched and went to work, and that's on anyone's life. I've got no reason to blag it. Why would I lie? I just say yeah. But as you watch it, it does look kind of bad, you know what I mean? And Joe Rogan didn't know. Joe Rogan brought it up like 10 times. If he would just let it go, then no one would have even got on it. Donald Cerrone didn't get on it. So it's just one of them things. But I think that's down to one of the reasons why I got cut. I don't know whether anyone's admitted it, have they, but I think that's partly down to the reason. But everything in life happens for a reason, and if it didn't, I wouldn't be now moving to America or whatever else. So, but yeah, but I wasn't happy the way people thought of me after it. But you know what? Fuck it. If they don't like me, don't have to. I never cheated. I'm not a cheat. I've always made weight, and I've always put on a fight. You know, whatever. Would it be a glove touch with Gabe Ruediger? No way. And I'll never touch again. I'll never touch anyone's. The only person I'd touch if I was going to fight would be Stout. I would have touched with Stout, because you've got like with Taylor, you can guarantee Stout's going to come and fight. You know, if you go in the UFC, you go to get the bonus at the end. You go to get the 70 grand at the end. And for me, I'm not a sub guy. I'm going to go in there and grind someone out and want to be in that exciting fight to get the check. So with the likes of Paul Taylor or the likes of Sam Stout or something, you guaranteed you can do that. You can touch and go to work. But the likes, you know, you need to make it a fight. You need to. I'll never touch again, never. Especially now, because I was doing it I was training with Paul Taylor at the start, and I was touching with Paul, and we were both going to work, and that's exactly what we were doing. And then in the fight, that's what's happened, and the whole world, because Joe said that I've stolen it on him, it was a cheap shot. The whole world thinks it was a cheap shot, but you know, shit happens. It being a cheap shot, that's the God's honest truth, yeah, that's me. Don't have to lie, got no reason to lie. I don't care whether you believe me or not, yeah. There was no cheap shot.